Hey everybody, it's me Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourselves today. Nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity, send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to Great Days. So today I'm going to go over belief and experience, and I'm going to get into the difference. Okay, so let's get into this. So belief systems are very, very, very false in their nature, right? So when it comes to belief and it comes to experience, you always want to choose experience because experience is the truth, right? When you experience something, you can easily interpret it as truth. You can actually, from the experience, be able to full heartedly say that this is the truth. When it's belief, when you're speaking about beliefs, when you're dwelling within belief system, it's falsehood. This is all lie. Beliefs are all lies. The root word of belief is lie. If you break down the word, the root of belief is lie. So beliefs are lies, belief systems are lies. When you speak about believing, it's a falsehood. You're speaking about falsehood. If you reflect upon your own speech, if you're actually aware of what you're saying, I believe this, I believe anything, I believe whatever is taking place right now to be the actuality. By putting the word believe in your speech, it's already implying that it's not true to you and you don't actually know because you believe it. If you were actually to know, you would no longer need beliefs, especially to come into your speech. So belief systems are most definitely just systems of falsehood. So whenever you believe in something, this is you're not living in a truthfulness. I believe this is such and such because it's a belief system. So experience, this is the path to truth. This is the path to truth for each and every individual, because everybody's experiencing. And only through experience are you going to actually realize the truth, come into the realization through experience. You cannot come into realization through belief systems because that isn't nourishing enough to be able to bring you into the state of self-realization. That's the reality of it. Anything else is only partially liberating or partially nourishing you into the state of self-realization, right? So belief systems isn't going to get you there. You can't believe, you can't expect belief to be truth because belief is implying that you don't know it as truth. Truth comes with experience. You go to experience something, whatever it is, then this is the truth of it. You've experienced it, then you can speak from a truthfulness. It's as simple. If somebody's talking to you about anything and it being a branch of knowledge, it's backed up by experience somewhere within that knowledge. There's experience to back it up, because knowledge and experience, knowledge is understanding, and in order to understand something absolutely, for it to be acquitted or canonically developed into a knowledge which is branched in the human enterprise story, it must have been understood experientially, open-heartedly. Otherwise, it would not be a branch. It would not be there. So, belief systems are falsehoods, or just beliefs. I believe this, I believe that, I believe anything, but unless it's backed up by experience, it remains untrue to you. The whole thing is that people don't know truth and falsehood anymore. People don't know anything anymore, which is good, because we don't need to know anything until we know how to come back into states of truth, which is found in the heart. Knowledge is not a bad thing, and it never is, never will be, and it never is. Evil and good are both bullshit. These are just dualities of some type of systeming, right? Everything has polarity of energy, but eventually it's unified. Knowledge is the gift of God. And dwelling within knowledge is bliss, right? Knowledge is bliss. You want knowledge, because knowledge is power. Power is energy. Energy is life. Knowledge is life. You want life. You want to empower yourself. You want to be powered up. Your phone is powered up. It's great. You can use it when it's on 100%. When it's dead, you throw it away because it's useless. When you're dead, your body's useless. You cannot use it anymore as a vehicle. As a vessel, you cannot use the body if it's not charged with life energy. So this is why you need knowledge, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is life. It's never a bad thing. That's just part of the belief. I believe that it is bad because I've been told this, but you've never experienced knowledge being bad. You're just demented into believing that knowledge is bad for you. But knowledge is the sacred. Knowledge is the nectar of life, right? You need knowledge. You dwell in knowledge, but you need the heart as well. Because when they are in a balanced state, there's coherence, there's resonance. This resonance allows you for transcendence, absolute alignment with the universe. People who have never experienced universal alignment, consciousness, are not going to have any idea what I'm talking about. So it remains a belief to you. You can maybe read about Christ consciousness, universal consciousness, cosmic consciousness in the scriptures, in the Bible. You can read about it. You can read about spirit. You can read about God. You can read about experience of this. But it means nothing unless you have the experience for yourself. Otherwise, it's a belief. You can be told of it from 30,000 people. You can be told of it from 20 people. You can be told of it from anybody. But it does not remain true until you have that experience wholeheartedly, open-heartedly. Then when you speak of it knowledgeably, it's backed up by experience. So the knowledge that you're speaking isn't hollow, but it's truthful. It's filled with experience. It's filled with light, because that's what it is. It's light. It's energy. It's love. Plasma, right? Consciousness is plasma. Corresponds to plasma, actually. But experience is truth. So don't allow belief systems to corrupt your system. The operation system. I operate on belief. Then you're operating on lies and hollowness, and you're operating on falsehood. this drains life. Because it keeps you within regulation, it keeps you within routine, it keeps you within conditionings, programs that have been given to you, and you believe that these are what you should be utilizing for your daily routine and your daily life. But these programs and conditions that are being gifted to you from who knows where, the dominators, is it's poison to you, because it's all part of a belief system that you're operating on that you do not want to operate on. But nobody is telling you that you should not or should be operating with the belief systems, because they want you to operate in belief system, because the belief system is how they're controlling you. So you want to choose experience over belief. I believe this, I've experienced that. What sounds better? Obviously, I have experienced that. If you've experienced something, then you're filled with the knowledge. If I believe that, the knowledge isn't backed up by truth. Truth comes with experience. All truth is experience. The one truth is experience, experiential, immersifying yourself in the experience here and now, and being present in the eternal now, presence, spirit, that's God. Spirit comes with present moments. The moment, the future and past don't exist. These are just belief systems. There's just one eternal moment, right? Entangling with the past and the future is entangling with projections within the here and now. The future and the past don't exist, because the past is already past. When somebody dies, we say they passed away. That's why we use the same word. The past and this person who has died is passed away. They've passed. They're gone. You cannot no longer grasp them. They're not here with us any longer. They're dead, or it's gone. They've gone away. They've passed. They do not exist anymore. So when you try to hold on to somebody who has passed, you fall into grief. You fall into various different things, right? And if you hold on too tightly, it causes imbalance and instability within your mental body. So it's best not to hold on to what does not exist anymore. They passed. That's the past. Don't hold on to it. It doesn't exist. The future is the exact same thing. Your child is not yet born. If you have an offspring, your child is not yet born. How can you grasp them? How can you conceptualize them? You can't. So let me see. Obviously, you can dissolve into the eternal now, and this is one way to align yourself properly to transcend the physical existence into higher dimensional realities. And in this way, you can abolish easily the illusions of past and future. And through this, you can light flame for other people, raise awareness so that we're all in higher dimensional understandings. And within the higher dimensions, there is abundance of consciousness and unification, eternal life. And within this reality, this multiverse, it's more easier to be able to connect with each other beyond the current space-time, because they all start interdimensionally merging into one another, right? This is simple, but the whole thing is that the belief systems are draining you of that power. See, in that higher awareness where we're all multiversally connected, till we start interdimensionally merging in with one another's space-time continuums, continuities, we're in a very high state of level, we're in a very high state of power. Our level of energy or life or power or knowledge is very high, which is synonymous with being in higher dimensional realities. That's when we're in that high level of life, we start merging into each other's realities beyond the current space-time continuity, because it all becomes one, because we're all resonating on the same wavelength, which is synonymous also with unity consciousness, which is unconditional love, which is the experience of God. So when you're drained of that power, where we're all resonating interdimensionally or omnidimensionally, we fall into the lower realities where we're entangled in delusions, we're entangled in our own projections, and we're drained of life because of belief systems and conditionings and programs, things like this, right, that are obsolete. It's just that they're growing obsolete, they're growing corrupt. All systems eventually grow corrupt if they're not updated, right? Hardware and software need to be updated. See, the body needs to be updated, the software, the mind, it needs to be updated. Both of these are industrially underway. Who's making the updates? I don't know. It could be anybody, it could be us, right? The shadow could be doing it, but nature does it, right? Because nature is omnipresent. Nature is all-seeing. So nature does this for us. We don't have to do it because it's a self-renewing system. It's autonomous and it's self-conscious, right? Anyway, when we're in that high level of power, unity consciousness, everything is unconditionally unified. There's a high level of love. Fear no longer exists. Fear and beliefs are also, they correspond to each other. When I believe something, fear is keeping you away from experiencing it. When you've experienced it, you don't need to any longer speak of belief. You don't need to use the word belief in your speech if you've experienced something, right? So experience, and this actually allows you to begin walking the path into oneness, the one truth, which is what all holistic figures are telling you, because holism or holistic figures, beings, enlightened beings, liberated beings, all of them are speaking from an interconnected state or a oneness. That's the one truth. The one truth is experiential. They're all fully immersified in the experience, right? So find, let me see, find no, experience, just experience, do this. Don't believe. You don't need to believe anything, because belief is keeping you away from experience, and you're here to experience. If you're believing, you're sapping yourself of life, right? Let's say somebody, let's say you're getting entangled in your thought, right? You're getting entangled in insecurity, you're getting entangled in doubt, whatever it is, whatever stupid stuff. You deeply believe that that is the truth, but that's just thought. It's not actually what it is. It's stupid, right? So people are stupid. They get entangled in beliefs. I believe this is true about myself. But that's not your organism. That's not your biological mechanism. That's just something stupid. That's thoughts. I believe this is gonna happen, right? You've been foreplaying a whole scenario in your head before school. This is gonna happen. I'm thinking about this on my way to school. or the night before school. This is going to happen tomorrow morning in school. In third period, that's going to happen. I believe it heavily. The day comes, you get all entangled in that thought, and then third period comes and nothing happened, nothing even close to what you were thinking was going to happen, but you believed it to be happening. And then you went deeply into suffering all throughout the night that you were entangling in that belief. And that suffering is the poison. You're poisoning yourself in entanglement with that belief. But it was just a lie. See, the root of the word believe is lie. I believe. And if you give that enough power, then it can actually start manifesting realities as well, which can actually lead you to the oneness. So you can go through suffering as well if you need it, but you can also just liberate yourself from it if you know that belief is not needed. Belief systems. Experience. See, if you're immersified in the experience, then you wouldn't need to believe what your thoughts is telling you, what your mind is playing out before you, because the mind is filled with junk. Like your phone has ads, your mind has ads. Believe in those ads, you're going to buy into them and you're going to get ripped off. Somebody bought your energy, somebody took your life from you, right? So don't believe anything. Belief systems are no good for us. Experience. Immersify yourself in the experience and you liberate yourself because you're accepting what is now. When you're desiring anything, you're projecting yourself out of the here and now. When you project yourself out of the here and now, you're entangling in what is not. No need, right? But that's going to be it for today's video. I do thank everybody for watching. Once again, peace out, one love, and have a great evening.